In a world where everything is made up and the points don't matter. Something like that. I don't know where I'm going with this. Hi, friends! Hope everyone's having a good evening. Welcome to the Z1 Rando Weekly, where we are reliving some of the greatest hits, the tournaments of 2022, the SG Live Flags. CD, you've played a few of these.
Oh, I have, and I'm loving our file names here. Sigil wants a recorder because it is a mixed first quest overworld, which means there are a lot of recorder spots out there. Fury is pretty sure he's going to full clear the seed because the past couple of races he's done, he's had to full clear the seed, and Galen just wants to have fun.
I'm always in favor of having fun. I mean, you ought to have fun.
All right, let's look at this start screen. We are all the way up in the top right-hand corner of the map. We find a candle shop. It's a little expensive. Some meat. Maybe we'll get lucky and there's a sword.
Or that's pretty lucky.
Yeah, that's not terrible. Heart Shuffle is off though, so there still might be an item on the floor. But the best thing we could find is maybe a staircase that isn't affected by remove most open stairs or bombs and keys and such. All right, looks like, oh, well, Galen's like, hey, look, there's a Triforce. I'm taking this. We're running. So we have Wizrobes in level 1, which is amazing. Galen is going to go back in and see what else he can find, and it looks like everybody is going to have some fun exploring this level, and everybody's probably, except for Potato Pony, who's like, I'm out of here. There's Wizrobes. I'm done. Going to pick up their first Triforce. All right, Potato is going to find a free Take Any Candle just a screen or two away, so everybody is going to have some form of a weapon here in a minute.
I wonder how that will be viewed retrospect. If you find a large secret on the next, could have bought the candle and gotten a heart.
Yeah, I mean, you could have, but at the same, that Galen's gonna go ahead. He's gonna take the heart. Potato Pony is gonna go ahead and find a potion letter. I like picking up the potion letter. I can understand picking up the heart, but at this point, if you don't find any money, and what if that's the only candle shop, you might not be able to search any of those burn bushes for a while.
35, but that took the candle to get it, so that doesn't work anyways.
Yeah, a lot of these seeds, sometimes you just can't get any decent secrets without some form of a candle.
So that's the second choose any at the vanilla 5 spot.
Now, in this flag set, the Armos item is forced to be a heart, so you could maybe come wandering across something great as the white sword item, as sadly Galen is going to take a death on the Armos screen. Those guys can be really stupidly fast sometimes. Fury is taking damage trying to get around the blue Octoroks and is gonna have somebody ask for pizza.
And 101 for your large secret located in the waterfall.
Hey, well, that's not terrible. That is something you definitely want to see, and you might think about investing in some arrows. As Fury is going to find level 6 under the Armos.
Still no swords, so likely to make too much. But hey, maybe something works out. Maybe there's a key.
Well, I mean, Fury, and look, everybody is kind of converging on level 6, so I like this. Until we start to branch out into the overworld, we got some bombs here for Fury. We can get around the danger noodles. But I kind of like this. Fury is one of our swordless champions from the All Boards No Swords tournament, the original one. So if there's anybody who can, make some good luck with the candle, it's going to be him. And it does look like we can take out these bats, though. How much do you want to bet that's just going to be it's going to be a transport?
I think it's going to be a room drop. I don't think it's any staircase.
Well, we're about to find out, and Fury is definitely hoping it's something good and not just, a bunch of bats. It looks like he's working up a bomb count on the old man with the candle. And we have some form of staircase. Let's see. Oh, it's a transport. Womp womp.
I mean, that was just too easy. I had to go with something counter.
We almost got we almost got a free key there from underneath the Goma. Now, the reason that key is sitting there is because the remove most open staircases flag is on. Now, if you see on Potato Pony's screen, we know that that's the item unless this is a fully segmented level 6. So if he can manage to get in there without dying to everything, he might find something really nice and shiny. Good clip from Potato Pony. And we have a fully segmented level 6.
And a sword found. A signal has just located it in the Green Forest, which is interesting because I think everyone has been in that forest, but not gone that far.
Well, was it underneath one of the Armos
Yes.
statues? Yeah, see, knowing that the Armos item is going to be a heart might be influencing that a little bit. It's not like it's going to be something that could, like, give you a weapon right away, or the red ring right away, but it looks like Galen's about to pick his up.
And 6 rupees for our small secret.
That's a lot better than 1, at least. And we don't know what the bomb prices are, so maybe it'll actually buy us a bomb pack? Alright, looks like Fury is trying his best to not get killed by these bats as he goes back through the transport staircase. He wants that key. There's a couple of open doors here.
And Galen has given us our first big divergence going back to one with that sword. Now, good luck with whiz ropes.
Well, I mean, the orange whiz robes, as long as you stay on the half tile, they cannot actually shoot you. So as long as you are careful, you might come away with something good in this level 1 that looks like a duck sitting on top of a pond.
Sure.
And, I mean, he did also get bombs, though. Good. But, Galen, there's nothing there. You gotta get a little closer to the virus. But they do go down to a bomb hit.
It is always nicer when you can get drops off of them.
Yeah, it is, because you're not worrying about, I've got to kill these guys, and then the bats are tanky at the same time. Galen's going to pick up a key, and it looks like Sigil is going to join him back in level 1 as well. Fury is still wandering around in level 6, trying to bomb a spider. Finally gets it. He's going to pick up his Triforce here out of level 6. And big thanks to our tracker tonight, Smile Fires, who thinks they caught a glimpse of the power bracelet on the coast, but we might want to wait until we get a better view of that here in a minute.
Yeah, nothing you can do with it. Take it. Well, this should be our item.
Yeah, this could also be a drop room in level 1, so I like the fact that Galen's going to go ahead and clear it. He knew that this isn't the Triforce room because he's already picked it up. Just don't get the clock.
Well, in this case, it wouldn't hurt because you could go down the staircase anyways.
Yeah, but this saves him time. He can, go in. Sigil's in the exact same room, and they're both gonna get a banana. Yay, it's a banana.
How vanilla?
Yeah, I mean, it's almost as if the game knew I wanted ice cream.
So, ice cream sundae?
I don't know. I actually brought home a chocolate babka from work today. So, heat up the babka and put the ice cream on it. We're going to find some Take Any Roads here on Fury SK's screen. Potato Pony is, meanwhile, found level 8. And we're going to take a little bit of a death in there. Oh, we have a meat block.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Or ladder block. So...
Ooh, see, I like this.
Well, wait. We've already found the heart in the item.
We found the floor. We found the floor heart. We didn't actually find the item on the floor. And Galen's leaving. So is Sigil. So that makes me wonder. Is it going to be meat blocked, or is it going to be ladder blocked?
And
this could be good.
Do you try it with just one, or do you wait until you have both?
I don't know, because there is always a chance that that it is the ladder that's behind the meat. Alright, meanwhile, Fury is going to go into level 8. He's going to be trying to take out some of these grabby hands. Now, Fury doesn't have a sword yet, so this could be a little bit difficult.
Yeah, just one of the longest dungeons with no sword. Natural, that's what you do.
Alright, the pizza guy is going to rob Galen. That's really not very nice of him, especially since he, at some point, will probably need to buy a candle. Sigil is going to find some more Take Any Roads. Alright, well that one's not terrible. That does get you a little bit further into the map. There's
25 rupees for the blue potion tonight. That's a very nice price.
Yeah, it's not terrible. This enemy set in level 6 so far seems pretty nice. Sigil found one that one of those take any roads, which gives him access to Death Mountain, which is pretty good.
Come to think of it, we have not seen a bomb shop yet.
Yeah, we haven't seen. Well, I mean, we haven't. I don't think we've really even seen many shops yet. We've seen a bunch of door repairs with angry people looking for pizza. We've got the cheap key probably here underneath Death Armo's screen at 82 rupees, and there was meat in there for 50 something. All right, now Galen's got to be a little bit careful. He probably thinks that this might be the item. Sadly, he doesn't know yet that level 6 is in fact fully segmented. Same thing with Sigil. Sigil's going to go ahead, clear this room, get those shutter doors open. If he can not die to the spider. That boomerang is coming in really handy, and he's going to get the compass. That's good.
Yeah, compass is always nice to have before the Triforce. Just, narrow it down.
Yeah, it points you in the right direction, and if you're not really sure oh, hey, Patra, how are you doing today? We don't like that staircase. No.
Ugly staircase. Patra is that one boss that even if it's squishy, it's still a ton of hits.
Yeah, Galen's about to get the news that level 6 is in fact fully segmented, because otherwise they're
on the coast, by the way.
Ooh, there we go. See, good job, Smile Fires. But yeah, Galen just got the wonderful news that level 6 is in fact fully segmented, which is the only reason you would end up having to transport staircases in level 6. Potato Pony does a really good job of dodging all of these boomerangs, and let's hope that he goes and checks this last Armos, because that's where his sword is. He just doesn't know it yet.
About to get there.
Fury finds level 9. He's going to go ahead, walk one room in, and see if he can hear Ganon. This is usually good for informational purposes, because it could tell you whether or not, is there a high chance of your Silvers and Bow being outside of level 9. Alright, we're going to find the candle and meat store all the way down in the bottom corner. Now, I'm kind of curious. Fury has 255 rupees, so if he comes across the cheap key store or arrows, I'm wondering if he's going to go ahead and pick them up early. Sigil is...
Fury's the blue ring type, but you never know. Some days you're just feeling it.
And if the money's good, then why not? He's going to find level 4 over here in the Deadwoods, as Sigil picks up his Triforce at a level 6. Now, Galen is trying to take on this Patra. This is a horrible room to take on Patra, but he did get lucky. This is elliptical. But he's fighting it on the side where the Patra likes to break. He doesn't have a choice because the Patra is listing to the left, so he can't really, fight him from that side.
Probably a good time to mention that enemies are plus or minus 2 HP, so...
Yeah, thankfully...
Patra, I think, is down a bit.
Yeah, it didn't take that many hits to get the orbitals down. I think Galen actually just wants to really go back through the staircase, just to not lose his progress in the dungeon. Alright, Fury is in level 4. This is not a horrible enemy set so far. We've got a couple of bats, dark nuts, but that's a free Triforce. Sigil, meanwhile, is going to go check the lovely second quest, Burn Bush, here. I usually check this from the other side because I have a hard time making the clip from this side, as Fury is going to pick up the Triforce at a level 4. And Galen's going back through the transport staircase.
One thing about the Randomizer, it sure has increased the second quest knowledge in the world.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how I feel about that. But hey, Galen's gonna go ahead and get a third key. Isn't that nice? We like keys.
Must be time to find the any key if you're at your high point.
I don't know. 3 is quite enough.
That may not be high enough, you're right.
Alright, so here we go. Fury, he's gonna see the 82 rupee key. He's gonna pick up at least one. I like this play. He's at max money. It's a cheap key, and we all know how much the randomizer loves to put key doors in levels like level 1.
And I really wonder if Fury is going to pick up that bait. It just seems like a good time to do it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that could really change the situation in level 1. We may get our answer.
I don't actually know if he saw the bait block when he was in level 1. Potato Pony hesitates for a moment when he sees that it's banana, but he's going to go ahead and pick it up because it's a ranged weapon. Fury finds the Armos heart underneath the Death Armos.
If Fury didn't do that much exploration in 1, not having the resources early, but at some point after getting the sword, I assume, Fury will drift back that way.
Well, it looks like he's kind of headed that direction now. I think he checked all of the open caves that he could get to on the other side of the map.
Except the one that matters.
Well, no, I'm in the other side of the map, like the Deadwoods area. And you know, I'm not gonna comment on which boomerang is best, but any form of weapon that is ranged or anything that you can use to pick up a bomb pack from across the room, a heart from across the room, a fairy from across the room can come in handy. Or stunning some of these Lionels on this really lovely. Oh dear, poor Fury.
And occasionally enemies are 0 HP and the boomerang will just kill them.
Yeah, I like it when the landmos have rolled down to 0 HP. I finally got to experience that the other day. Galen's going to get a nice bomb drop here in level 6. He also found the map, so we're getting a better picture of what 6 actually looks like. We got a bomb shop with the blue ring here on Sigil screen as Potato picks up the Triforce in level 1.
Fury just a couple screens away from being the last 4 on-screen runners to get that wood sword.
Yeah, again, Fury's really good with the candles, so I don't think it's going to have put him behind, but there may have been a couple of rooms that he could have cleared with an actual reusable weapon.
Yeah, the thing about it is, because of how Fury routed this, now level 1's on the table with the bait block and those extra keys that were picked up. We're gonna, I think, see that last room that we didn't, and then find out if it's ladder blocked.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Looks like Potato Pony is also going back into level 1. I don't think he's realized just yet that these vires do go down to a single bomb. Alright, tanky spiders. Galen's gonna go ahead, use a key here, which is gonna put him back in the transport staircase room. He's kind of working his way around this Triforce area just to see if he can't find maybe the actual item staircase. We're gonna get some keys though, that's good. Fury does oh hey, we found the arrow shop. Sigil's going to go ahead and pick up some wooden arrows. Fury is doing a really good job in that previous trap room to get around the traps and the corners of the room without taking any damage.
I had missed Potato Pony. No, go back and get your key. Oh, I see. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, Potato Pony, wisely, since level 1 is really close to where they started, he did a safety save with the money and everything like that. He went into 1, he explored a little bit, and then decided, yeah, I'm good. Fury is going to feed the Wizrobe and use a key to go up. And this is... Oh, well, we got a key back. He almost got grabby-handed. Now,
yeah,
Fury
so
sadly...
the reset was because of the same keys either way. It's just faster.
Yeah, and sadly, Fury does not have the map of level 1, so he did try to bomb into something that isn't actually there. But again, he doesn't know that. Galen is waiting for these the teacher noodles to come back to where he is. He's trying to use the safety door strat, which is where if you stand on that certain pixel, you can actually swing your sword and cause damage to those landmos without dying. Same thing if you have beam swords and you're facing a Gleeok. Until the Gleeok heads break off, then, you know, you are perfectly safe. Because the Gleeok heads can come into the door, but otherwise, you know, you can just stand there. And Smile Fires is pointing out that there was no push block behind the meat, so it looks like we're going to be ladder blocked in level 1 from that item.
Yeah, something we'll have to come back to later. Signal.
Fury, get the bombs.
Bomb upgrade.
There you go. Ooh, he's got the money for it too. So I think he's probably just going to use up a couple of bombs and then continue on. Whoa, good job, Galen. That is an any key in level 6.
Didn't I say it for 3 keys on Galen?
Yeah, there we go. The game is being exceptionally nice. We've got the book in level 8. Now this is all of the maps for every single dungeon from the moment you walk in.
So no more key worries for Galen. That is always nice to have. Signal should soon have those extra bombs. We're waiting to find out how much you get for that.
Yeah, I can understand him wanting to use up as many of his bombs as possible before buying or committing to buying the bomb upgrade.
It might just be that it's early enough in the level. You may be thinking of just coming back for it later.
Well, I mean, he's got free floor bombs here too, and you never know. He might be like hedging on whether or not he wants to spend that money because you don't know if you're going to have to buy bait. We know that he's not going to have to worry about it, and I think you know it's kind of a good idea. But it looks like no, we're going to dance around it some more. Galen's going to get that Triforce out of level 6, and he is now done in there. There is a floor heart in there somewhere, but otherwise he's got the item, he's got the Triforce, he can leave and never come back.
And Fury picked up that wood boomerang.
Well, you know, as I've heard him say, okay, there we go, 13, that's a really nice bomb upgrade.
Plus 5 for a discounted price? That's fantastic.
Yeah, Galen is going to go ahead and purchase his candle off of their start screen. So Galen now, or the screen next to their start screen, Galen now has fire. So he can also search all of these burn bushes all over the world.
Now, by the way, we're still expecting an overworld block level, right? Which is
yes, so it's either well, we haven't seen it. Yeah, it could be 7. It could be the white sword item. We haven't seen 3. Yeah, 3, 5, 7, and the white sword item. So that flag is just going to guarantee that either one of your levels or your white sword item is going to be blocked by the raft, power bracelet, recorder, or those 2 pesky second quest ladder spots up on the river.
But look at this lovely evil chain reaction possibility that's on the table. Because we might need the ladder to get the power bracelet to find that.
Well, you know, it definitely would be interesting, especially if we put the silvers in one behind the ladder as well. Because we now know, since all of our runners have gone in there and one of them had bait, that the floor item is in that room on the other side of the whiz ropes and the moat.
Yeah, both Potato and Fury have that information now.
Alright, Fury is bombing the coast. He's running into a bunch of door repairs, so it's a really good idea that he went ahead and spent the money on the 2 keys and the bait while he had it. Oh, see, I feel Sigil's pain there. Like, you always expect those to open if you play a lot of First Quest, because it's just like, that spot always opens. And it was 11 rupee bombs. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's a reasonable price.
I mean, it's a lot better than the 22 we had in the race I did earlier today.
You could buy twice as many bombs.
Yeah, exactly. This is not terrible. But alright, Galen is gonna find 6 rupees. He is up to 143 rupees at the moment. He's already bought his candle. I'm not sure of his stance, but I think if he gets the money together and he comes across that blue ring shop, that he might have that in mind.
Alright, so it really feels like we're missing the level that's gonna break things open for us right now. In which case, I like where Potato Pony is, because here's the section of the world we haven't seen yet.
And he's gonna... oh, I like this color scheme. It's the disco floor in level 7, and it's teal. Alright, so there's a whole lot of nothing in that immediate room. So he's got one other direction to go. I hate the creepy empty rooms. There's like, it's so weird. And we may be ladder blocked here. Let's see if it bombs down.
Was this the whiz rope set with the ropes?
I thought it was, Lionel's and Darknuts in 6. And then one had, oh, we are ladder blocked in 7. So the ladder, not in level 7. I kind of want to say that maybe we'll end up with, I think the most evil thing that we could end up with is how about the recorder blocks the white sword ladder. somewhere on this map, but we've got to find the recorder. Maybe an 8. Because we saw one item in 8, we didn't see the second one. Alright, meanwhile, Fury is going to go ahead, burn some Candle Row. Sigil is going to go check the Deadwoods. Potato Pony is going to be like, well, I don't have a ladder, so I'm going to go boomerang some Octrox.
Check the rest of those Death Mountain spots. That's what you gotta do.
I think he's kind of maybe hoping for a bomb shop up here, because he's down to 3 bombs. That's a little, you know, it's a little sketchy.
There's the arrow shop. I don't know we've seen another one, so it's something I like to keep track of, just because there's that chance Goma matters.
And we're rich on Potato Pony's side. He's now up to 193 rupees. And, oh, there we go. We got a blue ring and a bomb shop. He's not going to buy bombs.
Yes, for it.
I mean, it's what I would have wanted. 11 rupee bombs, you're down to 2. I totally would be picking that up. Galen is making really good use of the boomerang here in level 8 to corral all of the grabby hands in the center of the room. Still picks up the key, even though he's got the Yeti key. It's hard to not do that. Anytime the room drops something, it's like, look, shiny, I got a present. We got to go get it. Now, the bomb inside of that Gibdo is kind of a dead giveaway that this is going to be some form of a staircase room. Remove most open stairs will replace the open stairs, but sometimes it puts floor drops where they normally wouldn't be. So, alright, there's the transport in 8. And Oasis is saying in chat that level 8 is a turret. I can see that, totally.
I was thinking turkey.
I mean, Thanksgiving was last month.
Sure. That's not a reason you can't have turkey, though.
Alright, Galen's gonna find the other side of the transport staircase. So that transport staircase is not going to do us any good. And to answer a question in chat, that is on Galen's side. So, you know, it's there. He's gonna walk past the bomb upgrade, go back, pick it up, and be all the more richer with 13 bombs.
So Death Mountain, we found level 7 and found that it was ladder blocked, couldn't do anything with it. So where is our answer hiding?
Oh, hey, look, Sigil found level 4. Fury's already been here, but we didn't see an item. Galen is going to go ahead and get his book here out of level 8. Again, this is really good because that is all of the maps for every single level from the moment you walk in the door. It's going to save you time. It's going to save you bombs. And to be fair, we in the Z1R community, we have a habit of we do enjoy cursors sometimes, which is why Saber now has a rage cursor emote on his channel, which is amazing. Because there's rage cursor and then there's happy cursor.
Compass for level 4, that's gonna tell us it's just a room away. Thanks, game.
Now, level 4 to me kind of looks like a side profile of Charizard.
That or a happy little otter.
Okay, sure. Fury is going to go ahead and find level 7, so we still haven't seen, so we're still missing. White sword item. Galen's doing a very good job of taking down this Patra, by the way. He's using beam swords, he's staying out of the way, even though, again, he's fighting it from the side where the Patra has a habit of breaking.
And Fury gets the news about the ladder block in 7.
Yes. See, if I'm Fury at this point, I think my brain is starting to go, white sword item is still missing. Because there's been a couple of different places where we're ladder blocked, and sometimes when that happens, it just means the ladder isn't actually in any of those dungeons.
Which is a good piece of information, but it doesn't mean you can skip the level either, of course.
Well, no, I mean, if it's small and not horrible and not full of, you know, plus HP, Dark Nuts, Wiz Rogues, or Lionels, you definitely want to go in and try to find the item.
Alright, I'm really kind of zoned in on our runners searching this level 4, because again, Right now, there's just only so many places the answer can be of unlocking something.
Well, we're about to find out something here in level 4. We have, oh, it's the ladder. See, now I'm sad. It would have been more fun if it was the white sword item.
That's a big way to open things up.
I mean, only if what is ladder blocked in level 1 is actually any good.
And level 7.
Well, yeah, we'll get there eventually. I mean, level 7 could just have the magical boomerang for all we know.
And the power bracelet might block the white sword item.
Now, if that's a red ring, we're in business. Alright, so Sigil is doing his best to get through this room full of bubbles without taking a hit. Potato Pony is sadly going to take a death, but it looks like that Triforce is perfectly free, so once he got there, Sigil is good to go. He's done in 4. Bye! Thank you for the ladder.
So levels 4 to 9 we've seen. We've seen 1. Missing 2 and 3 still?
5? I think it's 2, 3, 5 now?
3, 5, okay.
And the white sword item.
Yeah. That's a lot to be missing at this stage, considering how much we've seen runners explore.
Well, it is, but it isn't. Again, with the Mixed First Quest Overworld, there's a lot of Raft Power Bracelet. Well, not really Raft. Raft only gets 2. Raft kind of gets shafted a little bit in this, because no matter what, Raft can only have 2 possibilities for items. Potato Pony is going to clear this, by the way, not realizing that that shutter door means that this is not a push block. And he can just go, I think the item was 1 or 2 rooms to the right. But yeah, there's so many different possibilities where, oh, look, Sigil's going back to level 1 immediately. He wants to know if he's got to buy bait. But there's so many possibilities that are blocked by the power bracelet and the recorder in this that there's just a really good chance that more than one of our levels rolled underneath one of those items.
And possibly more than one. There's no rule.
Hey!
But
Fury
there's
found 3! Alright.
It's like a good level to have the Annie key for. Too bad Fury does not.
Well, I mean, the game is throwing free Triforces at him right and left here, so if I'm Fury, I would think about taking them, especially since we just got shuttered into that ladder, the moat room. Alright, so Sigil pays the guy the meat, goes, okay, fine, at least I get my key back, and hopefully he's gonna get himself back out of this room without getting grabby hands, and now we're going to see what's on the other side of the Wizrobes. Or the Wizrobes themselves, because I don't know if anybody actually stayed in here to clear this. Not having the ladder would be a little difficult when they start moving around the room.
It does make things a little more challenging, but hey, runners like challenges.
We do? You mean we don't like it when the game just goes here, have a bunch of free stuff, Merry Christmas? I mean, I'm usually pretty happy when the game goes here, have an Armos item red ring. Oh, there we go! Yes!
Goma doing a very poor job guarding that red ring.
Woohoo! Alright, go Sigil,
probably
go!
really great about that decision right now, though.
I mean, that's one of my favorite items in the entire game.
Fury, this should be an item, because I can't imagine this is segmented.
I mean, you never know. We have had a lot of segmented levels lately.
Well, that's what I'm thinking, is there's only so many staircases, so this can't be segmented. It's the white sword!
Okay, this is pretty good. Though, again, I still think I'd rather have the red ring at a level 1, personally. But that's just me. Alright, so Fury...
Runner's Fury will have spent the least amount of time with the wood sword.
Yes, because he didn't pick it up until
exactly
a while, and then he traded it in automatically for that white sword. He's gonna up an A out of the door repair. He's like, no, I've got the item. I'm good. There's a couple of different directions he can go.
So occasionally I try and just back up a little and get the feel of the seed. What is it telling me? With that find in level 3 for Fury, it's saying the answer of progress was this ladder. Now, obviously, we knew we needed it anyways, but it's telling me either we really need that power bracelet, which is still a good chance that's blocking a level for us, or we need to get back to those ladder blocks, and is it time for level 7? I hate to even think that.
Well, I mean, there might be a bow in there. The bow is guaranteed to be outside of level 9. The silvers can be in level 9. So, you know, it might be useful. Potato Pony is finally going to track down this lovely and wonderful room that is holding his ladder, which will eventually get him a red ring in level 1.
And Sigil is going to find out just how much level 7 matters tonight.
Alright, he's going to be the first of our runners to actually be able to make it past this moat room. Yay! And the enemy set so far doesn't look terrible, but with that red ring, the Sigil can take a little bit more damage than just, well, not even a little. He can take a lot more damage than most of the other runners. Fury is going to go dig level 8. Now, when he was in here before, I can't remember if he had the sword or not, but it wasn't really the best place to be. We have a comment in chat that our runners should have just gone to Home Depot for a ladder. Well, unfortunately, they closed early. So, you know, they're getting ready for all that Christmas stuff later this weekend, and, you know, they wanted the night off.
Besides, there's other stores.
I mean, there's Walmart, but who wants to go to Walmart this time of year?
Place with helpful hardware, folks.
I don't think we have that in my state. Now, this room is the transport staircase, which is going to take Fury like 2 rooms over, I think. As Sigil's going to get that Triforce out of level 7. Let's see if he goes back in looking for the staircase item. Fury sees the bomb in the Gibdo and goes, oh, alright, dead giveaway that's a staircase.
So level 7 is long and annoying, and I can't argue with people leaving it behind. But that was an enemy set you were chewing through. That seems to me like the time you do want to dig 7, is when you can get through it pretty quick.
Yes and no. Fury's gonna find his book here in level 8. See, here's the thing. Even if you're chewing through that enemy set and it's really, really easy, there's levels like 2 and 3 out there that are so much smaller, and probably even if they have a higher enemy set, like a worse one, they're gonna be fewer rooms. So you gotta kind of weigh the time it takes to do a level that is 3 times the size of level 2 for one item, or you're gonna do level 2, which is like, what, 12 rooms, and come up with something good. And then the game's gonna go, you're gonna go back to 7 no matter what anyway, because I'm gonna put something required in there.
It does love to do that, and there still is a fair number of things that may be required. We might be required to have the recorder, we are required to have the bow.
Yeah, that one we kind of need to finish the game. Sigil, meanwhile, checks the power bracelet spot all the way in Death Mountain. Sadly, the arrow does not get to be useful today. He can't check the... Oh, lordy. Red Ring doing some good work here because he's taking a ton of damage from all of these people. Fury is going to fight the Patra here in level 8.
And just to put a bow on the items, there is still a chance that the raft is required.
Alright, so this is good for Sigil. He's going into level 3, which is going to get him his white sword. He's going to get his Triforce. I think the advantage of the ladder and that white... Well, not the white sword. The ladder, the red ring, and soon to be the white sword are going to be doing some really good work for Sigil. Fury, meanwhile, is continuing to dig through level 8. Now, we still only saw one of the items in this level. It is huge, though, and I don't know how long Fury is going to want to stay.
That's a decision I want to make pretty early. Like, before you start investing a lot of time into 8, that's when you should decide if you're all in on it or not.
I would see what the enemy set looks like and exactly how early that level throws a Triforce in your face and says, go away. Oh, look at the shape on level 9. It's like a face. And he's almost happy.
I think level 9's pretty happy.
I mean, it was like, yeah.
In level 9 that's not happy.
Well, I mean, that just depends upon what the enemy set ends up being in level 9. Meanwhile, Sigil's going to go ahead and get his white sword and dig that Triforce out. Now, Fury up an 8 out of this, so I think the Triforce is back towards the beginning of the dungeon.
Yeah, why pay a mugger that you don't have to?
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have the money, so you would have had to pay him one of the bombs, and that's just not nice. Fury is going to pick up the bombs out of the belly of this Gibdo. And thank you, Smile Fires. He's pointing out that the Triforce here in level 3 is behind a key door, so it's got to depend upon whether Sigil wants to actually pay the key or not. After we get done being eaten by pancakes.
I thought about having pancakes this morning, but I didn't.
I had freshly made donuts for breakfast at work. As we were, Hanukkah starts soon, and we were doing some Jewish pastry stuffs.
Okay.
Alright, meanwhile, Fury is continuing to search the overworld. Galen is doing his best to take on this Gleeok. He's actually doing pretty good. He doesn't have a ring or anything like that, so he's got to be careful about taking bops, especially when the heads start breaking off.
Almost enough hearts to have a chance at Mags, which we have also not seen yet, by the way.
Yeah, it would be kind of funny if Mags ends up being, like, blocked by that power bracelet on the coast. Fury is finally going to go back into level 4 after not wasting some time, but after doing some exploration of level 8.
Going for the potion. I like this, because you put all that time into Gleeok, it's a shame not to get the kill.
Well, and in Galen's mind, this could actually be a Triforce or a compass or something like that. And Oasis is saying in chat that level 3 to him looks like a ship. Like a pirate ship, or are we playing battleship?
I assume like an SMB3 ship.
Well, then it would need like cannons shooting things at us.
Yes, they're inside the level.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead find the compass for level 3, which Sigil, meanwhile, also found a ton of keys while he was in here, because he went from, I think, 3 all the way up to 7. He's going to get his Triforce out of level 3 and continue on his merry way.
Potato Pony may or may not ask Dig Dagger about his record collection.
Well, as long as it contains some Bee Gees and some ABBA, he's doing great. Now, Potato Pony, he is down to 2 keys. Sadly, we know that the any key is not in here. He's also putting a lot of time into digging this level 7, so you have to be hoping that this is something really, really good. Like a bow, or, you know, maybe silvers.
Silvers would feel like the dream payoff here, even though that means you have to go look in other dungeons. But silvers being this deep are the thing that other people are least likely to get, because the game's not forcing you here until you've dug through all of 9.
Yeah, I mean, the Triforce was really close to the beginning in level 7, so digging this is a little bit of a risk. Potato Pony's gonna go ahead, finally pick up that Triforce. I'm wondering if we were blocked by something and I just didn't notice it. Fury is gonna get his ladder out of level 4, and I have to imagine that maybe he's on his way back to level 1 at this point. He's kind of narrowed down that item is in that general area, because he finally did get the map. Looks like he's gonna do the world wrap, pick up that power bracelet.
I don't feel like we've seen those spots yet, have we?
The power bracelet spots? No. Sigil's doing a couple of them as he goes around, but he was down in the Deadwoods, or he was, not in that areas of the map.
Well, they do cover a lot of territory, so it takes a while to check them.
Fury is headed back into level 1, and this is going to get him his red ring here in just a couple of minutes. I mean, even if it's not what you're looking for, I highly doubt that Fury is just going to leave it sitting there on the floor.
It's just one of my things that as I try to strategically think these through, it's like, getting an item is only of value if I actually use it. If I get the power bracelet, I want to use it.
poor Galen just got shuttered into a room he knows is not the Triforce with a Petra. He's going to go ahead and fight it to get back out, because again, I think he's still looking for the item, and he doesn't want to go all the way back to start.
Gets fiver though.
Well, I mean, we got 149 rupees. We might need to buy some other stuff. Fury, meanwhile, is beelining it straight to the room where he's going to get a red ring. Yay!
Hooray!
He's probably like, yeah, okay. And for anybody that's curious, Fury, his sprite tonight is the Toonie Nut Girl. He used to play with Trogdor, and then he managed to get somebody to make him this one. Well, not make it. It was just, it's one of the sprites from Z1M1, and they modified it so we could just use it for Z1R from what I remember.
So we are starting to see some of those,
Oh, look, it bombed. It bombed. It's not a level. And we got a ladder here for Galen. That's kind of a shame. That, that bombed open and then it turned out to be absolutely nothing. And it looks like Fury's gonna do the same. I think he tried bombing those as he walked through.
Alright, chat. Let's get some activity from you here. Guess the level for the bow. We know it has to be outside of 9, so we ought to find it here eventually. Where do you think it's hiding?
I think well, sadly it can't be in level 9 because important items in level 9 is not on. But I'm now rooting for it to be the white sword item, just because it would be amusing, but nobody is going to go in there until the very last thing, because they'll find all the levels and not find the bow. Alright.
5.
Okay, that seems fair. Galen has already gone ahead. He has picked up his ladder. He's going to go back, pick up the Triforce here in level 4, as Sigil is going to go back into level 8. Let's see if the reason we couldn't get to the second item is because we maybe ladder blocked somewhere.
Also, we did see the second bomb upgrade in level 4. So 17 bombs now.
Now, that is definitely really nice, especially in this room with, I do believe, that is Galen's screen that's either a Dark Nut or a Wizrobe. I think it's a Dark Nut. Because he's playing with the Dark Nut sprite, so the Dark Nuts would end up being blank. And thank you very much to Derek Jackson in chat saying that there was a ladder blocked room in level 8. That one. Thank you, with the Goma. Alright, this makes perfect sense why we didn't see the second item in here. Especially since the transport staircase went absolutely nowhere.
It's a pretty connected 8.
Well, I mean, it's kind of sad, because when you see a level this big, you kind of want the transport staircase to go somewhere in the level and not just 2 rooms to the right or left.
And how often does the game give us nice things?
Well, there was a red ring on the floor of level 1. I highly consider that a very nice thing.
So you're telling me we used up our quota already?
Maybe Galen's gonna go ahead and get his Triforce of level 4. He's gonna maybe try for a bomb drop here. He can pick it up with that really nice bomb capacity of 17 or 16.
I think it's 18 max.
Yeah, see, this is why I leave all the math to Alsoa, but he's currently racing. We got a compass in level 3 for Potato Pony. Now, he is still looking for the staircase item, which we know is the white sword. Okay, I kind of like this. We have Bogey in chat saying they want the bow to be in a recorder block level 5, with the recorder being the ladder blocked item in level 8.
The game does know how to do evil chain reactions. That's a possibility as we get a shoot room.
Alright, Galen is heading back into level 1, so he is going to be the last of our runners on screen to go ahead and get his red ring, but again, it's one of those things, you're usually pretty happy to see that.
I think all of our runners ended up buying the bait at some point.
Well, I mean, we had really good money. The large secret was over 100, even if it was, only a little over 100.
There's the floor heart.
Now, Potato's doing a really good job of clearing... Oh, silly Dark Nut. He's doing a really good job of clearing this room here in level 3 to try to see... There you go. If he can get that shutter door open again.
Oh, those nasty blue ropes. And turn.
Yeah, but we got the red ring and we got a white sword, and Sigil's pretty good at dodging. He's also got 13 bombs, so at this point I would just start laying down bombs anytime they were close together. He's going to wisely use his red potion to make sure he makes it back out of this room.
Yeah, it's way too far back to the start of the level at this point.
Alright, that's going to get us the compass here in level 8, which is going to save us a little time. So now he is looking just for a staircase room that's got an item in it, and that Triforce. That's all he's really caring about. Potato Pony is going to go ahead and get his Triforce and White Sword out of level 3. And we have a potential staircase room here for Fury. Nope, sadly it doesn't push. I was about to say, I don't know if we saw if Sigil laid it down that far. Or, I'm sorry, Potato Pony made it down that far.
Putting those implemented keys to good use, and the game keeps giving us more keys, so it's working out great.
Yeah, see, there's another nice thing the game's doing. It's actually letting us have keys and bombs. That's kind of rare.
You're starting to scare me for what level 9's going to be like.
Well, I mean, 9 doesn't generally... You don't usually have a key problem in 9, but, that would be kind of funny. I wouldn't mind seeing our runners have to do a Canana key. Fury is going to make the 7 dig pay off. We've got silver arrows outside of level 9 in 7.
I seem to recall calling that, by the way.
That's not terrible. We like this.
Alright, so that's pretty significant, especially because 7 is the least likely dungeon you're going to re-dive. You're rarely going to want to go back into a long one for a second or third time.
Yeah, not until the game forces you to. Like, you're going to nope out of it as long as you possibly can. Alright, Galen is going to go ahead. He's got his red ring. He's picked up his power bracelet off of the coast. And I think right now we're still missing 5. And the white sword item. Alright, Sigil's gonna see the Triforce, be like, okay, there's still a couple of rooms he can get to.
We haven't seen the power bracelet spot near Start or Ferry.
And did we see the one all the way in West Death Mountain?
I think we did. Pretty sure.
Alright, I am not 100% sure, but here we go. Let's see what we can find. And chat is singing a Christmas song for us, and I will totally leave that up to them. Sigil is going to find the recorder as the second item here in level 8. See, this is good. This could be blocking the white sword item, or level 5.
Yeah, that could be our key to finishing everything off, and you never know when you're just going to flat out run into a required dig dogger. Or Spiky, as some might say.
Spiky makes really, really, really terrible decisions. Like blocking items that are necessary or blocking doors that are necessary. And you're like, really, bud? You couldn't just find somewhere else to float? Alright, Fury, meanwhile, is going to take his ladder. He's going to go back into level 8. He's, right now, looking for the bow, and he's looking for the item that will get him level 5. Sigil's gonna pick up that Triforce out from underneath the Goma in level 8. He's done. Bye-bye, level 8. I don't ever have to go back there again. He's thrilled.
That looks pretty good, and now it feels like time to finish off some of these checks that are nearby. I guess we didn't see that check. I just missed it.
Yeah, I mean, we've got 4 screens going on, so, it's a lot of stuff to watch.
That really suggests recorder block then. Let's have attempt number 1. There's
Oh,
the magic sword.
whoa! Hi, Mags! I mean, we don't have enough hearts yet. Potato Pony's gonna find his book here in level 8.
That is pretty close to start though, so I mean that helps put it as an option on the table late.
I'm trying to remember what this, Hey! We found 2! Alright, we still hadn't seen 2. It was so tiny, I completely forgot about it.
It is a tiny little 2.
Alright, Fury's gonna get his recorder out of level 8. Yeah, the recorder tune is really familiar, but I can't remember what it is. Look, we got a magical boomerang!
After all
Yeah! Alright, Sigil goes ahead, picks up my favorite boomerang. Level 2 is really fast. You walk in, there's a Triforce, there's an item in the next room, and you're done, you get to leave. The end.
So level 5 still our missing wild card now?
5 and the white sword item still.
And one of those has to be the bow.
Yes. Yes. Because we've seen the items
And
in
the
1,
other has to be
2,
the raft,
3.
so it's gonna be wand and red candle in 9.
We don't really need either of those. I mean, the wand is nice to have, but, you know, it's not utterly necessary. And now to answer a question in chat, we haven't seen the white sword item yet. Though, I think my question is, if I'm the runners, and say you find the bow, say the bow is in 5, okay? You don't have silvers, you're probably gonna go to 9 when you get all your Triforces and stuff, because you can gamble that the silvers are in 9. Again, the Triforce in 7 was really close to start, so why would you want to actually go back there? Fury's gonna pick up the Triforce here in 8, and he's got the recorder, he's already got the book, he's done. And it looks like now he's using the recorder to go back to level 4. That's 4. He's checking recorder lake. Okay, I get it. He's using the recorder to actually go to closer to the recorder spots.
Sure, why not? Check that out. Not
Oh!
quite.
Mean game! Yeah, and that 7 dig, that was quite a dig. You had to go really deep into that level to actually get a hold of those silvers. Galen's gonna use his ladder. He's now in level 8 as well. So hopefully he's gonna have his recorder and Triforce in just a minute. Sigil is gonna find level. What the heck happened to level 5?
So recorder was required, and by the way, I do believe it's the Spanish fleet.
Oh, okay. That might be why it's familiar. So level 5 kind of looks like one of those claw machine games like the Claw. Fury's gonna find level 5 at the exact same time. That's a really early Triforce, but I'm going back in. If I don't have the bow and I find something like level 5 and I've already seen the smaller levels and gotten the items out of the smaller levels, I'm going into 5. Fury's doing a really good job taking out this Gleeok, but he's got red ring and white sword, so yeah, it's not really gonna hurt that much.
I appreciate chat's creativeness in saying level 5 is a mistletoe. Sure.
Well, I mean, it is almost Christmas. Alright, so Sigil's like, I don't have to kill the Gleeok just yet, so I'm gonna leave him behind. We're gonna take the transport staircase.
Why spend time with a Gleeok that you don't have to?
Ah, exactly, until the game actually tells you that you have to. Like, then it gives you a compass and goes, hey, go back to this evil room that you thought you could skip forever. Our transport staircase really didn't go very far. Ooh, we have
Second figure.
yeah, and he's kind of required to get into that section, or at least continue without having to go all the way back to start through the transport staircase and all that. Now, it is worth noting, Fury doesn't have the Any key because he never got the item out of level 6. He did get the Triforce. If he doesn't find the bow here, he's got a couple of different options of places to go looking for it, because he still hasn't found 2 either. So if the bow is here in 5, Fury is in go mode as soon as he finds 2. Because that Triforce is 1 room in. That's it. You're good.
Having those silvers in the bank is really a sweet place to be. I mean, if nothing else, you know that you're not going back into 7, and that's always a great feeling.
Well, no, because he already dug 7, so he's like, yeah, that paid off.
So you don't have to go back, and that's a great feeling.
I mean, at the time, I'm wondering if he was, like, worried that it was going to end up being, yeah, like, oh, is this going to actually pay off, or is this just going to end up being just, like, the second boomerang? Galen's doing a nice job of trying to bomb this Wizrobe here in level 8, but he's kind of being a jerk. Now, sadly for Galen, he hasn't picked up that white sword out of level 3, so it's going to take him a little bit longer to work through these enemies. And we've got the item here in level 5. It is the raft. So the bow is, in fact, going to be the white sword item.
Which I'm guessing is going to actually be the raft.
That would be fantastic, though we do have a couple more recorder spots to look at.
But that would mean you needed the ladder out of 4 to get whatever I'm trying to think of. We had to get we had the ladder to get the recorder deep out of 8 to get to the raft.
Yes, I think
that gets us to the white sword. That's epic.
All right, Fury's gonna head. He's got his Triforce at level 5. Fury right now, he really, really, really needs level 2. Like, really needs level 2. Level 2 is going to give him a quick Triforce and a quick item. Though, again, Fury did not see the item in level 6. So, it'll be curious to see if he decides to go back to level 6, which he knows where it is, or if he goes and looking for the white sword bow. Potato Pony gets his Triforce here out of level 5. Did he get the raft?
I mean, this is the point where you really can't leave dungeons behind without the items.
Well, I mean, yeah, Potato Pony has a couple of the smaller dungeons left. Sigil is going to go ahead and get his Triforce out of 5, but he did not. He did get the raft. Okay, he's good to go.
Yeah, it's just at this point in the seed, there's too many things you need to be leaving stuff behind.
Well, and where Sigil has a little bit of a lead on Fury still is the fact that he's already seen all the items in all the dungeons. He knows he's looking for a white sword item.
Does Sigil has? I don't think Sigil's seen the silvers.
No, I'm sorry. That is the only thing he hasn't seen. Sorry. He knows 7. So this actually might send him back to 7. That would be really good for him. As Galen is going to get his recorder out of level 8, which we know is doubly required. Fury is going to get the Triforce in level 2. Fury is now really, 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 really looking for that white sword cave.
By the way, an hour in, we don't have to ask if there's any smilers in chat because we know we have one doing a great job tracking for us.
Yes, thank you very much to Smile Fires for pushing all those buttons that make us look nice. I mean, I'm kind of hoping for it to be White Sword Raft. Put it on a raft island. Put it out all the way on the coast, because that would be funny.
Why not? It feels like that kind of seed.
Oh, Sigil's gonna go ahead. Let the tornado pick him up. It's gonna take him back to level 4.
That wasn't far off.
And it looks like we're about to get our first raft check because Fury is working his way down the coast.
Yeah, this makes sense to me. I said it earlier that the advantage of having an item is actually using it, so use it.
And it's just a cranky guy saying, "Hey, where's my pizza?"
But it's Sigil. About to find something different.
Fury does a really good job about not getting slamooed here on the coast. And come on, Sigil, let it be a bow. Yeah!
Yes!
Woohoo!
The dream.
Oh, that was funny. You had to get the ladder to get the recorder to get the raft, out of level 5 in order to be able to get the White Sword bow off of vanilla level 4.
And then you get to celebrate by getting Slammoed.
Yay! I mean, that's always really good. Let's see if Sigil is going to go straight into level 9 now that he has that bow. He's going to go ahead, refill his potion, because he used one of them. And Fury is still just looking. He's checking all the spots he's got left, looking for the... he's looking for that White Sword item. Galen is going to go ahead, pick up his Triforce out of level 2.
And Sigil is just in that position where level 9 on paper makes the most sense, because 2 chances for the silvers to be there. And with the missing items being wand and key, you can't push those automatically into 7.
Yes, without important items in 9, it's, yeah. This is kind of a toss-up, because none of the items that Sigil has left have to go in any specific spot. Like,
Yeah,
it's,
so in
it's
a
kind of a
different
toss-up.
scenario, if it was raft, wand, and silvers missing, then you know the raft has to be the item in 7, and thus the silvers must be in 9.
Well, here comes the bow pickup for Fury, and he is on the right side of the map to go into level 9. So he's going to be the first of our on-screen runners to be able to go into 9 and have every single item that we have. And I agree with chat. Sigil either needs to find both of the items real quick, or he needs to get blocked by Ganon. Because one of the few things that would force him out of level 9 is not being able to go any further. And every so often you run into, well, a Ganon block.
Yeah, the thing with 9 is it's so big, there's almost always another direction you can go in.
Alright, so, good job, Sigil. The Manhandle was kind of being a jerk, so good job.
Any seed that gives you a free red ring, it feels like it has to make you pay for it on the other side.
Yeah, that one's a little difficult. Alright, so Fury is leaving the guy. So 9 is a face. He's looking over towards 9. That one little room that is his nose, I'm totally rooting for that to be Ganon. Oh, we have Aurora already. Never mind. Darn it, Ganon! You ruined my dream.
Well, just because we hear Ganon doesn't mean we get to Ganon.
Well, I mean, unless he's that room that Fury couldn't bomb into, then yeah. He's the room that Fury couldn't bomb into. So Ganon is all the way in the bottom of the E column, the first E. Oh, game, you made it too easy.
Here goes Fury.
Ooh,
The worst room to fight Ganon in.
I don't hate this one as much as I hate the useless moat room. Because the useless moat room, Ganon always seems to spawn halfway in the wall. This one you can kind of get lucky and at least, you know, kind of stand in the right spot to be able to get the stun lock on him.
Yeah, okay. There's other rooms that are bad.
Oh no, this one is still terrible. It's just the useless moat room, the one with just the rectangle moat.
Yeah.
He always spawns halfway in the wall, and you're just like, alright, Ganon, could you stand here and be good?
So now Fury is hunting for a shutter door that opens automatically regardless of enemies being on screen, and that will be the princess. Or possibly prince in this case, I don't know.
I don't actually remember what Fury rescues with this sprite.
So it could still be a banana?
I don't see Fury rescuing a banana. Alright, he's gonna go ahead. He's gonna take out the Gleeok, because not Gleeok, the Goma, because that Goma was blocking a decent portion of this level 9. Sadly, my dream of it being that one room underneath the and the 9 column is now dead.
Yeah, when you're looking for those open shutter doors, you can start ruling stuff out by process of elimination. And
Well, I mean, if it doesn't have a shutter, then
in that room, because it could be a transport that you need. And if it's a
Oh, speaking of princesses, Fury, that room is fun for, let's get some GGs in chat. For Fury SK, finishing with a race time GG time of 1:08:46. Well done, Fury. Yeah, that room isn't very nice for Zelda. He had to kind of like get halfway into the block. Galen is going to go ahead and pick up his Triforce out of level 8. And to answer a question in chat, yes, Fury was in fact in first place.
Hooray.
And hopefully he'll be joining us here in just a minute or two. Hey, there we go. GG's, Fury. So I have a question for you. I love the save file names, by the way. So was the fact that most of the races you've done lately, you've had to full clear them to find the items, is that what led you to dig level 7 and find those silvers?
I think it was math. To be quite
No!
honest.
No! Math is banned!
So, at that point, it was down to silvers could be one of the 2 items in 9, or the item that's not the bow, raft, and recorder. Amongst, I guess, maybe level 6 I could have dug instead, but I didn't like level 6 at all when I went in there, so I decided that was going to be the last one I went back to.
Okay, that makes sense, because, yeah. Sigil, meanwhile, he sadly got that Triforce in 7 and left, and he has yet to find either of the items here in level 9.
Yeah, the enemy set in 7 was almost exclusively Tektites. There wasn't a whole lot of anything else spawning in there, so it was really friendly.
Yeah, it was, the enemy set wasn't terrible. Like, level 1, I know, was Wizrobes, and there were Lynels, I think, in level 6, maybe?
I was very, very sad that the early bait into a bait block that I didn't know was in there didn't lead into something more than just a single key.
I mean, the game did make up for it and give you a red ring just sitting on the floor, so that was pretty cool.
I suppose, but it really could have been silly. It could have been like recorder back there behind the bait, or even the red ring back there would have made it
A little more spicy. See, but at least on our end, we did get to see that room before any of you had the ladder or the bait. So we were like, yeah, we know that the item's in either that room or that room. So it was a little spicy. Sigil is going to find his way into Ganon. He's going to try to bomb out, and this is going to send him up and ang back to start.
I don't think we've seen the actual items in 9 yet.
Yeah, we haven't found either of them. And that's kind of what Sigil needs, is he either needs the game to go, alright, you have no more directions to go here in level 9, or he needs to find those items really quickly.
Well, I think I went into 16 or 17 rooms of level 9, and I have like 8 of them marked as staircase question marks. There's a lot of options potentially early on.
Yeah, he's been taking a lot of the transport staircases, or at least a couple of them. So we haven't found the wand or the red candle yet. Hey, it's King Doll's like dream swordless seed item placement.
There's the red.
Hey, there it is.
It was
All
under
right.
the L.
Yeah, we got one of them.
6, go back for it. Or bomb it, possibly? Nah.
I find it amusing that he's picking it up, but he doesn't have the wand, and
I would have bombed it and
Yeah.
picked it up.
I don't know. I find it a little curious that he's picking it up. It is reusable damage. It is, you know, fairly decent for hurting enemies. Potato Pudding's gonna find the any key in level 6. So, Beery, what did you think about the double staircases in level 6?
Let's see, that was right off the start for me. Let me think back. Well, it sent you flying across the dungeon on that first staircase I took, which was underneath the keys. So I had a pretty good idea that I was going to get trolled when I walked into the second one with a transport.
Oh, we've got the
Good
second
one.
item. All right, there we go. Sigil did, meanwhile, find the compass. So as soon as he gets his silvers out of, he's got 2 levels, 6 and 7 to choose from.
I like how the bow was at the very, very last spot that I checked on the overworld.
I mean, your file names say it all. You're full clear Fury.
I didn't quite pull that off because I didn't dig 6.
Did you fully think through the chain reaction that was to get the bow?
Yeah, I kind of noticed it. It was interesting.
Alright, sadly for Sigil, he doesn't know this yet, but he has chosen poorly. He's gone back to level 6, but hopefully he's going to be able to get the any key here really quickly. I can't remember where it was. And that'll send him on the way to 7, but 7 is a pretty big dig. And yes, our tracker Smilefires is pointing out that you and Sigil both gave us views of the raft spot at the exact same time. Because you had the coast raft, and Sigil was going into vanilla level 4. It was definitely pretty cool. So, yeah, it was a good race. Alright, meanwhile, Galen is still looking for levels 3, 5, 7, and he doesn't know yet, but the white sword item. He's just found level 5.
Hey Fury, this is an oddball question, but given that this is our last weekly of the year, did you have a favorite weekly flag set from the year? One week that just stood out, and that was your favorite?
This was the year I successfully got both Rick to restream and the group to play Blackout as like an entire group. So I am happy that we finally made that happen, and it was not nearly as bad as people thought, because it led to some entertainment, and hopefully get to convince Rick to do it again.
Alright, Galen, meanwhile, picks up the Triforce out of level 5. He is going to go back in looking for the item, which he doesn't know yet, but it's a good call, since he's going to need the raft to get his bow.
Well, again, this is not the time to be leaving stuff behind.
I mean, especially if you race with SRL. Race time, GG, open. Oh, look, Potato Pony's gonna find his bow. He does not have silvers, though. So if he's headed to 9, he's gonna get the same sad news that Sigil did. He's whistling, though.
Fury, I think you bought a key or two, but really no shortages of them, even though you didn't have the magic key tonight. That's always gotta be a nice feeling when the game cooperates like that.
Yeah, I got to, I think, 240 rupees off the bat, bought bait and 2 keys. More or less because I knew that I was likely to go back into 1 really early, and 1 is one of those that can go very linear and very key starved, so that was about the only time of the race where I was in real bad shape. Level 3, I think, also was really bad on keys. I think you had to unlock 2 or 3 doors before you got your spare key next to the white sword.
Potato Pony enters level 9 as Galen grabs the raft, and Potato will have to do some clearing to find out the bad news about the items.
So Sigil is also... He's headed to 7. He's not going to pick that up, which is fine. He's got 8 keys right now, so he should be okay.
I usually would grab it anyways, because I mean, I'd grab it just going into 9 even with 6 keys, but because Sigil already did the clear of 9, there's really no locked doors in the way, so this is the rare instance I think that play is right even for just a couple seconds.
Alright, well, we're sorry, go ahead, Fury.
I was going to say, I think there's only 1 key door directly on path to Zelda if you go towards that right side, so he needs to go through 7 keys or less in level 7 to get into 9 and finish the seed successfully.
Alright, here we go. So, I think, if I remember correctly, he's got to go down this column, like 3 or 4 more rooms, maybe?
It's a transport staircase. I think it might be segmented off. I didn't bomb to check, but it's in the very far left side in a, was it a Goma room? Something like that.
Yeah, I knew you'd taken the transport up there. I just can't remember where the staircase happens to be.
Right below the reverse seed that he was just in, I think.
Ah, okay, there we go. No, take it! Sigil, take the staircase. I mean, I can understand. So it's we've had people ask us this question or ask this question a lot in chat. When you're in a dungeon like this and you're in a really large dungeon, what makes you decide you're going to go ahead and take the transport staircase, or conversely, what makes you decide you're just going to keep digging in the straight line that you're in at the moment?
Largely depends on extra boss flag being on or off, and or being in a higher level dungeon where bosses are more common. If the bosses are more common, there's a chance that a staircase could be blocked by a boss, and if you don't have the equipment for it, you can eliminate that staircase by going through the other side of the transport, if that's what it happens to be. So you get knowledge of that. I think for me, that's a big thing. If you're just down to a handful of rooms left that you can check in the little spot, then maybe you go ahead and clear as opposed to taking the staircase. But that's kind of the thought process for me.
Yeah, it seems fair. Sigil, he kind of reached a little bit of a bomb wall that stopped him, but it sent him in the direction of a shoot room, which he can clear and get through. So this is going to take him just a little bit longer. We've got a troll fake staircase here with the spiders. Now, sadly, here's the thing. He's got 8 keys now as he uses one to check this room here in level 7. So what happens when you run out of keys checking level 7 to find the silvers, then you get into 9 and you don't have the key to get to the princess?
Thankfully, he's going to run out of rooms, I think, before he runs out of keys.
And yes, to answer a question in chat, sorry, Chester, nobody was able to pick it up.
Yeah.
Galen hasn't tried yet. I think Sigil one of our runners tried to pick it up at 10, and it just wasn't enough.
Yeah, it had 2 people try that. I think both Potato and Signal did.
Well, Galen, when he finds Mags, he should be able to pick it up now.
Gotta have heart.
Gotta have all the hearts. Alright, so Potato Pony is gonna find the red candle here in level 9. Get that little bit of information there. Now, he's going to go ahead and use the key. It'll be curious to see if he can actually make it into the staircase room with the item without having to go back and take that transport. Alright, Potato Pony ups and A's here in level 9 because he ran out of places to go. He goes ahead, uses his potion to make sure he does not die to the Manhandla. Alright, Potato Pony's going to find the wand. He's going to decide to go pick it up. I like this. It does give you that double source of damage, especially in bubble rooms.
There could still be an evil patcher for all you know. But I think Potato's gonna have this already to level 7.
Well, he has the ending key, so he's definitely seen the item in level 6. We're gonna find Zelda's. Oh no!
Yeah, the other item.
He's got to go back and take the. He's got to go back and take the transport staircase because Zelda's room is what segmented that unofficially in level 7. You cannot bomb out of that room or into that room.
I was gonna say, Potato's the other missing item is the magic boomerang, which was in 2, so almost certainly Potato saw that, passed on it. So it should have just left 7 as the only option.
Alright, Sigil's like, okay, I know where the transport staircase is. It narrows it down to like 5 rooms, so here we go. For the longest time, right up until you found the silvers in 7 Fury, Sigil was kind of in the lead. Again, it's one of those situations where it comes down to where are the silvers going to be. If they had been in 9, Sigil quite possibly would have already been finished.
Yeah, I think it just bailed me out. That I want to say I went up there and checked both power bracelet spots. That probably was me deciding I didn't want to have to ever come back to the Death Mountain area. So maybe you want to stay in there. That and the enemy set again was really soft.
Yeah. Oh, there we
Heroes
go.
get burned here.
Nah, he's just gonna pick him up. He's gonna burn himself, but he didn't burn the heroes.
I could get a little photo finish on stream now too.
Yeah, this is
And a magic sword for Galen.
This is getting close here. Though Sigil has the entire thing mapped out, I'm not sure if Potato Pony got the compass.
They both got the compass. Neither one, I think, actually got to the side that you have this door to Zelda on yet.
And yay, we have a Mags pickup for Galen! Good job, Galen. Okay, now if you're Sigil, do you stop at the fairy fountain or do you just head straight to 9? I think you just head straight to 9. He's got at least half of a potion left.
Double potions, you're fine.
Well, no, he's only got a blue, but he does have road ring. Because he had to use the blue in level 7 to make it through the manhandler room. Alright, here we go. Wow, this is good. This has the potential to be very close.
I mean, this is such a night. I feel like we only even saw one required blue Wizrobe room.
Wait, which one was actually required?
I don't know. It's too long.
I mean, in reality, we're only at 1 hour and 25 minutes. The seed having to dig the ladder out to get the recorder, to get the raft, to get the bow. We're doing pretty good.
But let's
Sigil,
see, it's 1 hour 30 times 4.
Whoa!
It's really 6 hours.
double Ganon fights. Alright, Sigil's got his blue potion at the ready. Potato Pony, however, gets the really good stun lock on Ganon. Potato Pony's gotta be a little bit careful here. I don't think he really can take the hug. And Potato Pony gets him down with that stun lock.
Yeah, good double tap method. Got the job done.
Alright, see, Sigil, meanwhile, he's got his Ganon down. I think this is just gonna come down to, did they find the way to the princess?
Perfect fights. Didn't see Ganon change poses.
Ganoness? I don't know. I kind of like Ganoness. Or Ganai. Ganai's not bad. Alright, Potato Pony's got the lead here. He can see the path. He's on his way.
Span the silvers. We got all the money. Don't need it for tomorrow.
Well, I mean, at this rate, we won't need it until next year.
But there'll still be pickup races, though.
Ah, true. The door is going to go ahead and open, and let's get some GGs in chat for Potato Pony, finishing with a race time GG time of 1 hour, 27 minutes, and 26 seconds. Meanwhile, Sigil is right on his tail.
And Galen about to pick up the bow.
And Sigil finishes with a race time GG time of 1 hour, 27 minutes, and 32 seconds. So let's get some GGs in chat.
You need some things to be Triforce and go.
Welcome and GG, Potato Pony.
Thank you very much.
That was one heck of a finish.
Yeah, it appears so.
Well, what really made the difference was you getting the stun lock on Ganon. Sigil made it into the room first, but sadly he didn't end up getting the stun lock on him.
It's one of these things where after I dug out every item in the game, I was like, at least let me get the stun lock on Ganon and salvage something at the end here.
I mean, you didn't want to take the full tour of Hyrule? Come on, it's a vacation.
I figured, it was time to get back home and, unpack the bags.
Get ready for the holiday that's coming up here soon. Galen, meanwhile, he is headed to level 7. This might actually, maybe, I don't know, if he stays in there to dig out silvers, this could work in his favor. And welcome and GG to Sigil.
Thank you, GG.
So that was incredibly close between you and Potato Pony. So well done to the both of you.
GG, Sigil.
GG, Pony and Fury.
GG.
So for the longest time, Sigil, you kind of had the lead there. Though it really did come down to the fact that Fury dug 7 the first time through and ended up with those silvers.
You need
I had actually considered sticking in 7, and I went like, I don't know, 3 or 4 rooms past the Triforce, and it's like, there's a lot of rooms left in here, and so left and didn't come back until I was forced to.
I mean, I can't blame you for that one. I would do it myself and be like, okay, game. Well, I won't be back until you tell me I have to, and then it does.
And it does.
Yep, my very last location.
Yeah, I'm with you. Well, no, I guess I had 1 raft spot unchecked, but other than that.
I'm trying to remember if Fury checked that one. I'm trying to remember what was actually over on that side of the world.
Couldn't have been anything too exciting because I think I found all the things.
All right. Meanwhile, Galen is he's kind of looks like he's digging around all these rooms here in level 7. So hopefully, when he finds the Triforce, he keeps going. And thank you to our tracker Smilefires in chat who mentions that the other raft spot was a door ripper. Hey, look, we got the weird text in level 7 too.
Is that the green hoop thing?
Yeah, it's where the text kind of matches the background color instead.
I thought Ganon was feeling awfully stylish tonight.
I mean, I do like this color for level 7. It's not a terrible color.
Would you even say it's a hoot?
Oh, totally. Oh, don't pick it up. Don't pick it up! Ah, Galen's gonna go ahead and pick up the Triforce at level 7. He's probably heading to level 9, where he's gonna find the sad news that it is the wand and the red candle.
To be go time.
I just picked up the red candle out of principle.
I was wondering, I was like, well, why is he going in there? Because I was looking at your items, and I'm like, well, I guess it's good for like hurting stuff or crowd control, and if you have to candle boost through a room, that's kind of useful.
It was just pure out of principle. It's my favorite item.
Well, see, there you go. You guys all found my favorite item. I was very happy, sad to see the fact that the ladder or meat block, because at the time you guys had all kind of gone into one at the same time. So between all the different knowledge, we knew that the item on the floor was either going to be meat blocked and keys, because it was meat and keys on the one side. And then it was, oh, Galen's got all the hearts, chest jerk percentage. But yeah, we either knew it was going to be the ladder blocked room or it was going to be the meat block. So we were kind of like, all right, what's this going to be? And then it ends up being the red ring. And I was like, all right, I'm okay with this.
Yeah, I was not at all unhappy when I detoured back to 1 once I found the ladder and grabbed that red ring decently early.
I think that's what you all pretty much did. Fury did the world wrap to go ahead and pick up the power bracelet. Thank you. The power bracelet that was on the coast. It's been a day.
Yeah,
I did. Yeah, donuts this morning.
I also did the world wrap, then went update and went to 1.
Yeah, it made a little more sense since your start screen was like right there.
I'm slightly embarrassed to say that I picked the ladder up, I don't know, it looks like around 34 minutes, and I think it was 20 minutes after that I remembered that the power bracelet was the coast item.
Now, Galen has made the wise decision to continue digging this level 7, but sadly he won't get the news that he is sort of blocked. It's sort of segmented for a little bit longer here, because it takes a while to run into Zelda's room in level 7.
I had some nice woods for that room.
Yeah, I was like, well, is he going to be able to make it the whole way? And then we saw Zelda's room and was like, oh, well, game,
There's
you're
no way
jerk.
to walk to the room with the silvers, you have to take the stairs.
Yes, and it actually looks like maybe that shoot room is forcing Galen back towards that transport staircase, which would be good for him.
I'm just thankful my last bomb led to the silver.
Oh, I didn't realize you were that low on bombs. We were jokingly keeping an eye on your key count because Fury pointed out that you still needed at least one key to get to Zelda in 9.
Well, if you had walked it out from start to finish, you guys both took the staircase, I think, to avert spending the key.
Oh, I was hoping I didn't have to see every room in 9.
Didn't you
Yeah,
stop by
yeah.
and get the any key in 6?
I refused to pick up the any key.
He walked into the staircase before he went to 7. He walked into the staircase and just noped out. Nope.
Love it.
mm-mm.
Red candle, sure. Any key, no thanks.
Well,
I mean-
I loved analyzing that because it's like, with how much exploration already happened in 9, this technically works.
And I think I had 8 or 9 keys at that point.
I think it was only 6, but you'd already cleared 2/3 of 9, so it's like 6 keys is gonna be enough to finish that off.
And to my annoyance, finding the items right by the entrance of 9.
Yeah, in theory, you could find both of those items in 9 super quick.
Alright, Galen's gonna go ahead, take out the Dig Dogger, and he's getting really close to the point where he's about to find out the information that he has to go back to the transport staircase.
This is a
Sorry.
long walk.
Yeah, it really, really is. And then just to find Zelda's room, though, I know Galen picked up both bomb upgrades. Did anybody else manage to find both of them?
Yeah, I got both of them also.
Wasn't that the nicest thing? It was like
That
the
was
super
awesome.
cheap bomb upgrade for quite a few.
Yeah, 18 bombs, I'll take that any day of the week.
Where was the second bomb upgrade?
4?
Yeah, it was that bottom left corner, maybe, of 4? Maybe. I'm not sure.
Yep. Smile fires again, pointing out our tracker in chat that one was in 4 and one was in level 8. But yeah, those were some very nice bomb upgrades. I was like, why do I never get those in the seeds I play? So Galen is about to get the news that he has to go all the way back to the transport staircase.
Oh, that is rude.
Yeah, it is. That is unfortunate. So I'll go ahead and we'll ask the guys if you celebrate Christmas, which is coming up here next week. And just as a reminder, guys, there's not going to be a weekly race for the next 2 weeks because of the holidays. What are you most looking forward to next year? Or for Christmas? We're looking forward to any like really nice, happy things for Christmas.
Well, I hear there's rumblings already of more fun tournament action, so I'm curious to see what's going to happen to start next year if we're going to get it going right off the bat, or what sort of evil things they've concocted.
As long as it's not oops all Patras, then I think I'm okay.
I'm excited to see what the next tournament has in store.
No. Oh, Galen. Galen didn't pick up silvers. He didn't go back through the transport staircase and he's going into level 9. And I'm sorry, what was that, Sigil?
I'm also excited to see what the next tournament's going to be about.
I'm just hoping I'm just hoping that it's not like super evil. Like seriously, if I walked into a dungeon and every single room was Patras, I think I'd cry.
I'd rather have Patras than Wizrobe.
I don't know, because the orange Wizrobe rooms are not that bad as long as you have a doorway to stand in. Or, you don't have floor turrets or something like that. You can just get half-tile combat going.
I hear
No.
they're going to have the all P-Hat tournament.
Can we have the functionality of the recorder from the Ancient Dungeons thing where it makes the P-Hats land?
No stopping P-hats. You just sit there for 3 hours waiting for P-hats to land.
And we wonder why none of these races ended up getting streamed on Speed Gaming. Because they all took like 8 hours.
Or they land where you can't reach them.
Yes, the P-hats clipping up into the HUD would suck so much. That would be terrible. Alright, so Galen, he's here in level 9. He's taking a path that I don't think any of you guys actually took. Though, thankfully, the game said, here, you are out of bomb walls, go the other way. But yeah, all jokes aside, I am definitely looking forward to seeing, seeing what's in store for next year as far as tournament. We've had a little break. It's a busy year last year, but yeah, I'm ready for something new. And I mean, more chances to have Alsoa do Alsoa math on stream. You know, I'm okay with this. As long as it's not me, we're good.
Let the math betray Alsoa instead.
Yeah, but see, you have to understand Alsoa math, though, because Alsoa math is kind of like Steiner math. It's not necessarily real math. It's funny. It's great. Alright, Galen is going to find a transport staircase here in level 9. Sadly, he was actually about 2.5 rooms up from, the red candle. Because he was in the second room up on the left, and the red candle is all the way on the bottom.
Instructions unclear. Scott Steiner signed to commentary next week.
Now that could be funny. Except for we don't have any races until next year. Aww. Galen got a really nice double shot on the Goma there, but unfortunately he only has regular arrows, so it didn't die.
Didn't have any of that mini bombs needed in this 9 either tonight.
Yeah, well, I mean, it is kind of small, because we're missing most of the first column. We're missing most of the 9 column. The one that comes after the 9 is completely missing, and then we have all these, like, weird little chunks. So, since you have to have at least 12 rooms that are transport staircases, and then the 2 rooms that are items, it's, yeah, kind of limited. And that is as close to math as I will get. Oh, I was about to say, does the guy give us any good news, like the silvers you're looking for are not here, but unfortunately the hints in this one were community. I think that's one of the main reasons I actually like having mixed hints, is because there's a very small chance if you get into 9 without the silvers that the game will tell you, hey, you have to turn around because they're not here.
That's something that can definitely be helpful.
Alright, so Galen is about to bomb down, which is going to give him the information of where Ganon is, so that part's really good. No, he's got to kill the he's got to kill this Goma first.
Silly Goma's getting in the way.
Well, unfortunately, he didn't hear. So there is a weird thing that happens when you walk into the room next to Ganon and there's a boss in there. Sometimes you can hear the clip of it's like a momentary pause as you walk into the room in the boss roar, and that's kind of what gives away that Ganon is in one of the adjacent rooms without having to kill the boss and then re-enter the room. But it takes a really long time to learn that one. All right, so if Galen goes straight here, he's going to go ahead and find his red candle. So that's going to be one of the 2 items here in 9. And then I think all of you who were searching 9 for items found that wand pretty quickly.
Yeah, the wand was the wand the one that was just right up from the old man room?
I'm not entirely sure because I think you both found it in this order, I want to say. Red candle and then
If
wand.
this is the red candle, then the wand is just right up from the old man room.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Alright.
did not find the wand right away.
Yeah, the wand was like the last thing you found. You were in there for a really long time. You'd found a ton of staircases because you were the first of our runners on screen to actually make it into 9. But sadly, again, the silvers weren't in there, or it would have been a much different race. But yeah, it took forever to actually find either of the items. But you'd found a lot of the transport staircases and mapped out where they went. All right, and while we're waiting for him to find the wand, I'll ask another random question. So what is your guys' favorite Christmas cookie? Or
Yeah.
holiday? I should keep it neutral. What is your favorite holiday cookie?
The answer is still yes.
Hey, that's too easy though.
Can't help it, you're the one who asked the question.
I mean, there are people who don't like every single kind of cookie.
Well, I mean, sure, if you put walnuts on it, but then is it really even a cookie still?
I mean, there are people who actually enjoy
No.
walnuts. Yes, there are. Hmm. I'm not really one of them, but there are. And by the way, so I should mention, Galen, the room that he was just in with that key in that top right-hand corner, that again is a dead giveaway of remove most open stairs at work. That is, the game replaced one of the open stairs with the other kind of stair, but it still tries to put the item where it originally wanted to put the item. We're gonna find a rupee boss here, and thankfully Galen does have the any key, but it looks like we have to be getting close to where that wand was.
And gingerbread cookies for Christmas.
Yay! There you go. With or without the massive amount of frosting, as Galen is gonna find his wand and get the really bad news that he's gonna go back to 7.
No frosting, but like the sprinkles.
Okay, I think that's fair.
Again, my answer is yes.
All right, so Galen is going back to 7. Thankfully, we can whistle there, so that's awesome. And he's only got like 5 rooms left once you go through that transport staircase.
Galen did enough work in 7 earlier that it hopefully ought not take too long.
It's just a little heartbreaking that he ended up leaving before finishing the last 5 rooms. That's 1. So we got a recorder twice. Up or down. I always get this backwards.
It's one of those things that you can't really meta off of race room times too much if you even have it open off to the side anyways. But
I was about to say, isn't that the level that isn't that where 5 was? The recorder spot in East Death Mountain?
Yes.
Okay. That's why I'm a little confused. I was like, where are we going? But yes, again, I get this all sorts of wrong. I'm either facing the wrong direction or my recorder's on the wrong. It's on the wrong number.
How many hearts was Mags?
We don't know. Galen didn't actually find it until he had all of the hearts required, guaranteed mags, basically.
Chess told us at 12, I think, was good, so slim chance of 11.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna dig that 7 with how much rooms I had left in it.
Yeah, Fury was, I think, the only one to make that choice, and it worked out incredibly well for him tonight. So yay, Fury!
To be fair, I was missing Raft and Recorder at that point and was just clearing out Power Burst spots in Death Mountain and decided to clean up 7's Triforce and the item. Looking for Recorder, Raft, Bow, or Silvers at that point. I think I was down to 7 items left, so math.
I had the same amount of items left, I think, but I also had the Triforce and 8 I still had to get.
Yeah, I had the Triforce and 8, but I had 1 of 2 items and about equal rooms at that point, so it was just a question of which one had the easier enemy set, and I believe that was fairly obviously skewed to 7 for me, at least. I want to say there was an early annoying room with wall masters that you had to go through potentially, or 1 or 2 of them at least.
And there's the silvers for Galen.
Yay! Fury, would it actually surprise you that you were the last of our runners to the wood sword, but you were the first of our runners to get the white sword?
Dungeon 7 is complete.
Given how long it took me to find the wood sword, doesn't really surprise me, and I was kind of messing around in dungeons, burning old men and keys, so kind of fair. I was trying to get all 8 Triforces before I got a sword. Game stopped giving them away for free.
Well, I mean, at some point it's got to actually make you work for it.
So I thought there was a real chance the white sword item might be the only thing that was going to be blocked in the overworld for me.
Well, I mean, for a while there, you had like, I think 4 Triforces before you actually got to the sword.
3 or 4, I was doing some nonsense.
Well, I mean, if there's anybody who can wander around with a candle and do stuff, it's the all boards, no swords champion.
Well,
Don't ask me what year because I don't remember.
Yeah, well, now it's Saver. I am the
Well,
washed
you
up
know,
2019 guy.
He's the Redux champion. Alright, Galen, meanwhile, is making his way back to level 9. He has every single heart in the game, magical sword, he's, I believe, got a potion, red ring. We should be good to go.
Somebody did mention something about full clearing this seed.
I mean, so many of them recently have just been like, no, you've got to go find every single item in order to finish this.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what flag set.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like, oh, you think you're gonna not need a ladder? Well, okay, you're gonna be ladderless right up until the moment you walk in and Zelda's in a moat room.
To be fair, I mean, this flag set's kind of designed to be nearly a full clear, given that it makes you get an extra item guaranteed to access a dungeon or a white sword item.
Well, I mean, I kind of liked that part because it usually meant I was gonna run into the red ring, as long as it wasn't in 9. And the cat says hi. Alright, Galen does a really good job of taking out Zelda. He's, uh-oh. You gotta go down. There you go. Good job, Galen. Yeah, that specific spot's a little fun to try to get to, the Triforce. Now, did Galen actually make it all the way up to where Zelda is? Does he have, like, the full path?
Don't remember, but this is an easy enough way. It's just this Goma, and you're on the same path everybody else was.
Alright, we're only a couple of rooms away with mags and silver arrows. This shouldn't be an issue. And all right, guys, let's get some GGs in chat for Galen, finishing with a race time GG time of 1:54:08. Now, Galen has decided that he's not going to be able to join us here for words tonight, but for a newcomer to the community, he's been getting better and better. So I'm kind of excited to see what's coming up ahead.
Thanks to CD and Trenton for doing comms and Smilefires for the tracking. Speed Gaming for restreaming these races all year long.
Yeah, most definitely. I'll echo that. Thank you very much to Smile Fires for doing our tracking, and to Trenton for doing comms with me, and of course to Oasis, who puts these things together week in and week out. So well done. And our runners, of course.
Thank you for tracking and commentary.
We're on a holding pattern here, expecting one more guest to join us. But again, thank you to all of our runners for giving us quite the show. Chat if you're entertained. Give the runners some follows. Let them feel the love.
Alrighty, well, I guess that is my cue. Good evening, everyone. It's Oasis here, and thank you all for coming out to tonight's race. We really hope that you enjoyed the last few weeks where we have been reliving the tournaments of 2022. As Trenton and CD indicated earlier tonight, we will be taking the next couple weeks off in order to allow everyone to spend time with all those that they hold most dear. Whether related or not, your family is who you say your family is. Sometime during our planned sabbatical, we are expecting, yes, cats count. Cats absolutely count. All your fuzzy friends count. So sometime during our planned sabbatical, we are expecting to have an announcement pertaining to the first tournament of 2023. We do not have the full any further details at this time. However, for anyone who is not there, you are more than welcome to join us in the Zelda 1 Randomizer community Discord. The announcement will be made there. And lastly, I want to take this time to acknowledge and recognize a few people. I want to recognize and thank everyone who has volunteered to be featured on our weekly races this year, especially Sigil, Potato Pony, Fury, and Galen, who's not joining us on commentary here tonight. All of our wonderful commentary and track volunteers, which includes Trenton, CD, and Smile, who bring you all the action and make sure that all of you are aware of all the item locations and all the current events happening in the seed. I want to thank Adirondack Rick, who I basically view as the executive producer of these races. He and I basically do all of the collaboration on determining what we run and when. Along with that, I want to thank the Speed Gaming network of channels for allowing us time every week to put these events on. Of course, I can't go on without mentioning the creator of Zelda 1 Randomizer, Fred Coughlin. We would not be here bringing you all this weekly action if he did not have an idea for a piece of software and published it over 7 years ago now. Last, but almost certainly not least, I want to thank you, the viewer, for joining us every single week. As much as we would not have an event without Fred making a piece of software that we all love, we also would not be able to have this event, this weekly event, without the support of wonderful fans like you. So please know that you are loved and appreciated, and we look forward to seeing you at future weekly and tournament events. With all that being said, I think that this is a good point to wrap things up. Thank you once again to Potato Pony, Galen Mark 1988, Sigil 711, and Fury SK for agreeing to be featured tonight. Thank you to all the other racers that we had here racing tonight. Thank you to CD Improv and Trenton GL on comms and Smilefires on tracking. Once again, we will be on break for the next 2 weeks, so the next weekly will be on January 8th. Until we meet again, for CD Improv, Trenton, and Smile, it's Oasis here, wishing you and your loved ones well this holiday season. Remember that you are valuable and you are loved. Have a good night, everyone. We'll see you next year for another edition of the Zelda 1 Randomizer Weekly Community Race. Good night, everyone.